Third period, corporal punishment license. It was a normal day at school, and students are just walking in as if everything is normal. But all of a sudden, plow, boom, pow. One of the students comes out flying from the school's entrance and hits the ground, and everybody's shocked as to what the hell is happening. As the student was trying to get up, a very peculiar character walks upon him and he stares down on him and continues to say, "Wow, that must have hurt. Stand up." Now every student waiting outside of the school's entrance just witnessed this and they shocked. One of them continues to say, "Geez, every morning?" And another says, "What the hell? What the hell is this? A corporal punishment license?" The peculiar character who just smacked the student then continues to say, "I'm gonna ask you this again. When you go home today, are you gonna wash that bleach out of your hair?" The student said yes, and he continued to say, "If you fix it, sure, your pals might laugh at you for a while. But if you don't, and I see your hair like that tomorrow, I'll beat you again. Neither is a great option. But Takayama, yesterday's little smack on the butt or today's light slap on your cheek, those aren't so bad. But next time, well, let's just say you do show up looking like that tomorrow again, it's not gonna be a slap. I'm gonna take this, carve your face. You're excused," said the peculiar character, who looks like a teacher, by the way. "I'll be here waiting for your decision tomorrow. My fist," said the teacher. Some students just witnessed the situation from a distance and they are very confused as to what the hell is this license anyway. But the teacher continued to hunt students and intimidate them. "Hey, you there! What's with that skirt?" he continued to say as he saw another student approaching him. On the other hand, it is said that Itsushi Kuragami, aged 29, a teacher from Tokyo Metropolitan High School, has died. Cause of death is believed to be a severe skull fracture along with multiple organ ruptures caused by severe trauma sustained during an assault by 3 of Mr. Kuragami's own students. Mr. Kurigami had scolded the 3 during class for their bad attitude, which led to a violent retaliation. During the arrest, the primary suspect, A, aged 17, told the police, "He shouldn't have pissed us off." After what just happened, the Ministry of Education took the incident very seriously and something had to be implemented as soon as possible, and agreed there was one key cause: the country's reluctance towards corporal punishment. It was decided that they would begin issuing corporal punishment licenses. The requirements to obtain one were at least 6 years of teaching experience, a written test, an interview, and one final thing: a combat exam. Equipped with both brains and brawn, amongst heated debate, Japan was the world's first to implement such, and finally, fighting teachers were born. Pow! A smack for another rule-breaking student. "That skirt's too short. No mercy, not even for girls. Have it fixed by tomorrow. Or else, that face of yours is gonna get slapped." It seemed as if the fighting teacher was enjoying his new job, and he loved intimidating students, and he was very good at it, by the way. While he was waiting outside of the school's entrance, he then suddenly notices a very interesting character approaching him. He then said, well, would you look at that?" He had a grin on his face while he stared at the huge character approaching him, Some students were looking at the situation from a distance, and they suddenly became excited. One of them continued to say, "He's here. This is getting good." In fact, everybody at school was looking at this situation as it happened, including the principal and his assistant, who continued to say, "Principal, we really messed up. Letting those two meet, this is bad." The principal then continued to say, let's just see, shall we? What that Hino will do when he's up against Hanayama Kuro. Okay, now guys, we just found out that Hino is the name of the fighting teacher. And my oh my, we are about to see him have a very bad situation. And he's about to have a very, very bad day. Before we continue, I would like to remind you guys to please hit the like and subscribe button and also leave some comments under my videos. It will really help me. I really need motivation to give you guys more videos, so please don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll really help me. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, anyways, back to the video. A student named Hanayama Kuro patiently and slowly walked towards the school's gate as Hino was patiently waiting. Hino had some kind of excitement in him, and he stared straight into Hanayama's eyes as he was approaching him. Everybody was excited to see what would happen when these two finally bumped their heads together. Hanayama then finally reached the gate, and he greeted Hino as his teacher with such respect and modesty. Hino then continued to say, pretty confident, are you? That face? I get it. It's pretty simple. What's giving you all that confidence? Could it be that big X on your face? It's like you got marked as a wrong answer or something. Everybody was shocked after they heard that, and one of the students continued to say, "Haga, can you believe this guy? That idiot. He'll kill him for sure." It seems as if everybody expected Hanayama to retaliate right on the spot immediately, but all of them were wrong. Hanayama was so confident and he played it very smooth. You think that scar is intimidating or something? Think again. You couldn't protect yourself in a fight. A scar is nothing but evidence of a poor defense. I'm a martial artist, so I'm speaking from experience when I say it's not mysterious, it's not cool, just a mistake. It's like a teacher broke out a red pen and marked you. All it tells me is you messed up. After Hino said that, everybody was shocked. Everybody couldn't believe what they just heard from this guy. Like, nobody speaks to Hanayama like this, ever. Damn, man. One of the students continued to say, "Come on, do it. Tell him off for all of us, boss." As we all know, Hanayama is not a man who talks too much. He's not good with words. He's more like a man of action. So all he said was, "Teacher, it's as you say." The students were still confused as to why is Hanayama so calm and not responding. Hino, the fighting teacher, then continued to say, "That's right. If you can win, you'll go for it no matter what. But if you figure you're beat, you'll give up right away. You've got pretty good sense, but you won't escape judgment. And did you seriously show up to school wearing Barutis? Pretty nice shoes. Perfect for some spoiled rich kid. The clothes make a man, right?" And while we at it, those pants are way too big. "Yes," said Hanayama. "There were no uniforms that fit my body type." So Hanayama really had no options. He had to get this uniform because, well, look at him. He's a huge monster. So he had to get a custom uniform fitted just for him. As Hanayama was explaining himself, Hino then took a step back, creating some distance between him and his target. He then took a huge swing with his right arm and threw a hard punch straight into the solar plexus, and it hit like BAM! Hino knew what he was doing. He had done this many times before. He knew what came next. That feeling of his fist sinking into the body. But now, what he felt was very different. The image flashed into Hino's mind was maybe he had seen it on TV, overseas, some piece of mining equipment, we don't know. But in his mind, he saw a massive tire. Wow. After that punch, everybody stood up in shock and amazement. Like, did he just punch Hanayama? Damn. Hanayama really had to fly off a couple of feet after receiving that punch. But he remained there, calmly, as if nothing happened. Like, damn, bruh. And now that Hino has made his first move, there's nothing much he can do after, or there's nothing smart that he can continue to say. All he said was, as he was gulping, he was like, leeching off your parents, trying to look cool with their money, when those flashy shoes like some kind of blah blah blah. Damn, bruh. Damn, look at him now. Totally embarrassed. Hanayama was never flinched. He continued to stand there while he was staring into Hino's eyes with such confidence. Or maybe he's just feeling sorry for him, that he's about to do something bad to him. Or we don't know. Let's find out. Not knowing what to do or say anymore, and being embarrassed in front of everybody, Hino then screams at the top of his lungs, "Are you a goddamn Yakuza?" Everybody was shocked. Everybody didn't even know what to say at this point, man. We all know there are things we can't say in public, and the Yakuza is one of them. So that's why everybody is shocked that Hino would scream out the Yakuza's name just like that in front of all the students. This shows that he's really desperate to avoid more embarrassment. But Hanayama just stood there and all he said was, "Teacher." And after Hanayama said that, everybody knew what's coming next. Everybody knew what was coming next. In this very moment, every cell in Hino's body realized it too. Between these two men, there was a massive difference in power. And Hino suddenly saw a huge blade, something like a sword, coming right at him, as if it was gonna slice him in 2 pieces. Damn. Hino then fell into a fight or flight mind state, and he tried to swiftly step back, but this was too much for him. He ended up screaming at the top of his lungs for help, like, "Wah!" Imagine the same guy who thought he was at the top of his game, you know. Out of panic, Hino then squatted and crouched himself into a ball, and he had his arms over his head, or should I say, he was into defense mode now, and everybody started talking about it. Everybody was like, he just dropped down. He's giving up? That's lame, you know. So now he's embarrassed. Everybody's looking at it as Hanayama just stood there. Hanayama leaned forward, coming closer to Hino's face as he was staring into his eyes. Hino was ready to apologize at this point because he thought he was about to get a hit of his life. But to everybody's surprise, Hanayama was just willing to talk. All he said was, "As you say, teacher." Hino was like, "What? Huh?" Shortly after that, Mr. Hino, of his own free will, turned in his corporal punishment license. Furthermore, after finding out he'd been nicknamed the Tower of Terror, Mr. Hino retired from teaching. Wow. That year, the Ministry of Education met over and over again, and ultimately, in response to some teachers' excessive use of violence, licenses were revoked all across the country. Eventually, after only 6 months, the bail was abandoned completely. And this is all thanks to who? Hanayama Kuro, only at the age of 15 as a Yakuza boss. Man, this guy is the boss. For me, Hanayama is the best character in the whole Bakiverse. What do you think, guys? Please like and comment under the video. And yeah, if you want to see more content, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. You know, I'll keep you updated. I'll make sure that I drop hot videos. And I'm dropping again next Wednesday, guys. So please stay tuned. I love you all.